Moving on to the sporting pitch now, IPL 2025 final is set to be a thrilling encounter between RCB and Punjab Kings, two teams with rich histories, but neither of them has ever lifted the IPL title. They are playing in, RCB is playing in their fourth final, Punjab Kings only in their second one. All eyes will be on one of the key players, Virat Kohli, for RCB, because despite the fact that the team made the final in 2009, 11 and 16, Kohli is yet to clinch this coveted trophy that has been missing from his cabinet. Will he be able to do this? On the other hand, Punjab Kings, under the leadership of Shreyas Iyer, have made a remarkable turnaround this season. He has become the first captain to lead three different teams to IPL finals. In fact, he won it with Kolkata Knight Riders last year. Can he repeat it? That would be quite a feat. So the 18-year curse of not having won a trophy will end for one of these teams. Big question is, which one? RCB will face Punjab in this final on June 3. The match featuring the two teams will take place at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Bengaluru, as I said, has featured in three IPL finals before. In 2009, they lost to Deccan Chargers. 2 years later, they lost to the eventual champions Chennai. And their last final appearance came 9 years ago. They lost to Hyderabad Sunrisers eventually. Similarly, Punjab is also chasing its first title. Their only final appearance came in 2014, 11 years ago, and they lost to eventual champions KKR at that time. All eyes are on Virat Kohli. His jersey number is 18, and it's been 18 years since he has been chasing the dream of winning this IPL title. He's had a cracking season with the bat, averaging 55 in 14 matches at a strike rate of 146. In fact, last year, when the women's RCB team won the WPL title, there were many questions whether the men in red and gold jersey will ever do the same. This is what Virat said then, that it's a dream of his to know what it feels like winning an IPL trophy. He will be here, a part of the team that wins the trophy for the first time. This is what he said in 2024. Well, that stage has arrived once again for him. So will it be 18th time lucky, or will it finally be Virat's time this year is the big question. Also take a look at how the match transpired last evening.
18, a number stitched in red on the back of a man who's carried the weight of a franchise and its dream for 18 long years. Virat Kohli. Jersey number 18, and now it is the 18th season of the Indian Premier League. A coincidence or destiny? March 11, 2008. A young under-19 World Cup winning lad from Delhi is picked in the draft by a new team called Royal Challengers Bangalore. 18 years later, that same boy has become the king. The only constant in a team that's seen captains come and go, coaches reshuffle, and fans rise and fall with every season. But one thing remained elusive, and that is the IPL trophy. He's been here before, 2009, 2011 and 2016. 3 finals, 3 heartbreaks. And in Kohli's own words, 2016, that year broke him. 2 heartbreaks.
Let's go across to our guest joining us, Sabah Karim, former cricketer, Dilip Doshi, former cricketer, and Ayaz Memon, senior sports journalist, all joining us on the show. Let's discuss the match that transpired, that took Punjab to this final first. Sabah, do you think it was just the brilliance of Shreyas Iyer, or do you think Mumbai made tactical errors as far as their bowling plan is concerned? Sabah, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me. Let me take that question to Dilip Doshi as well. Sir, what do you think? Do you think Mumbai made critical errors as far as their tactical plan was concerned, the way the overs were shared, who bowled which over?
Easier to say now, but I think Bumrah and Trent Bolt had a very average day, and they were not at their best by any chance. Santner, I expected him to bowl better and take some wickets in the middle. So the wickets are not coming, and that's what made it easy for Punjab. Shreyas Iyer played very well. He rode his luck very well because I think he played some great shots. But what I felt was that Mumbai were lacking in the edge of bowling, which we have seen all the season. Maybe it was an off day for 2 of their best bowlers.
Yeah. We discussed this earlier as well. Rude chances for Mumbai, but what an innings from Shreyas Iyer there. I mean, this is really one for the ages. Hitting sixes almost at will, regardless of who was the bowler that he was facing. And you talked about those shots that he was playing against Bumrah. That kind of mentally possibly broke the back of the Mumbai lineup.
Oh, absolutely. I think Shivani, the dismantling of Bumrah, I use that word very advisedly. It's not easy to dismantle somebody like Bumrah in the sense of the game plan and the execution of his plan, for which Bumrah is a maestro. But he got no wickets. He conceded 40 runs. And the manner in which first Josh English played Bumrah and then, of course, Shreyas Iyer. I thought Shreyas Iyer was a command performance. When he came into bat, things were still a little wobbly for Punjab. But then he took charge and he found an Ella and Vadera, and they took their side almost to victory. And from there on, there was no stopping him. I thought it was, in my opinion, the best innings of this year's tournament, certainly.
And does that make Punjab the favourites, dare I say? The momentum seems to be more with them. We see this often, the teams that have to go through 2 rigorous matches in this particular IPL format to get to the final, they end up having more momentum under their belt.
Yes, I think they do. I mean, at the end of the day, the pressure will be greater on RCB. They've had a wonderful season so far. Then they kind of had a massive win over Punjab in the earlier match. They bowled them out for 101. To recover from that kind of a defeat and play so strongly against Mumbai, who are, in my opinion, the stronger team on paper than Punjab, I think somewhere it'll have just reinforced this belief, this self-belief in Punjab that they can win this year. Neither Punjab nor Bangalore have won the title ever. So I think in that sense it's even Stevens. But, I just think that last night's victory over Mumbai will have just kind of given them a massive fillip in terms of confidence.
Yeah. Sabah Karim, do you think it can well be 18th time lucky for Virat Kohli? It's been a long time coming, 4th final for him. And at this stage of his career, I don't know how many more chances he can get.
Well, if you happen to be RCB fan and a Virat Kohli fan, then you would expect that RCB should win this tournament finally after so many years. I think everybody has been waiting for RCB to clinch this elusive title. The kind of form which RCB has shown this season has been phenomenal. I think first time ever, I think in the history of IPL that they've been able to construct a side that has managed to focus on having very strong bowling unit. And I think it is a result of that kind of a policy that has been adopted by RCB this time around, that we see RCB in the finals. They've always had a very strong batting component, but first time ever, I thought that they have spent a lot of time and energy on finding the right kind of balance in terms of their pace bowling and their spinners. But eventually, it is a final game. None of these sides have ever won the title, so it will be a battle of nerves, a battle of attrition. Hopefully, I think if the match winners from RCB side, if they are able to put their hands up, then why not? We'll obviously see a new champion, but it may jolly well be RCB this time around.
In many ways, they had this tag of having too many stars, too many names, and it almost seemed like, oh, this is a given that they should win. This time it seems that those starry tags have been dropped. Barring Virat, there's nobody who's screaming as a big star, and yet they're managing to do what they needed to do. Do you think that is the difference this year for them?
Well, yes, to some extent, Shivani. But you know what? I feel that this time around, RCB has got a lot of unsung heroes. We don't talk about them generally. So if you are alluding to that, yes, absolutely. You have, right at the top, to give company to Virat Kohli, we've had Phil Salt, who have been phenomenal. Then you have Rajat Patidar, Devdutt Padikkal till the time he was fit. Then in the lower middle order, you have Tim David as well as Romario Shepherd. And in addition, their bowling unit has done quite well. So yes, I think it's a combination of a lot of factors. But more importantly, I also feel that this time around, the other players have kind of offered that kind of cushion to Virat Kohli to play his own game. So no wonder he has played the role of an anchor to perfection. Not that his batting strike rate is very high, but I think he's been able to absorb the pressure because the batters around him have allowed him to flourish the way RCB wanted him to. I think that has made a big difference this time around for RCB.
Dilip Doshi, how does a player like Virat Kohli approach a final like this? Because surely the expectations, just your own mental demons would be quite high.
Yes, in a way, yes. But I think Virat is a very capable player. He can overcome the emotions and he can actually be in the zone and actually not really worry about the past. He plays a ball, so he will not look at the history while he is in the game. And that's been his strength all his career. You know, sometimes, as Sabha was saying, and I agree, in the past, the title eluded RCB simply because they did not have strong enough bowling to contain the opposition. In today's RCB's bowling, with the Australian Josh Hazelwood and some of the other boys who have been performing well as well, they put enormous pressure on the opposition. So I think RCB is capable of defending even a lesser total than 200.
Yeah,
That's what I feel. And
fact,
on the other side,
yes.
Pardon? Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
Shivani, you were saying something?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying on the other side, one advantage which Punjab team will have is they have recently played 2 games and they are more match fit, so to say, even 3 days difference, because they played a game yesterday and RCB had a layoff for 3 days. And does these things matter? Except in confidence for the batsman who played well yesterday. If he's going to play a next game tomorrow, I think he is already in the mold.
Yeah.
So some of these things will help, but I think holding nerves will be the most important thing for both the teams.
And of course, Ayaz, Bangalore will take a lot of confidence from the fact that in the first qualifier, they actually bundled out Punjab for very cheap. So, that was the bowling performance that they would like to replicate.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll just, what Dilip highlighted, and I think Sabha also mentioned this. This year, they seem to have got a very good composition. The balance is very good. They've got a couple of spinners. They've got 3 fast bowlers who've all been picking up wickets. There's Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who bowls swing. There's Yash Dayal, who bowls left-arm pace. And then there's Josh Hazelwood, who hits the deck hard. And he's been he's been the lifeline of this attack. And when he was not there, they were struggling a bit, RCB. Now he's come back, and in the previous match we saw what he's capable of. So they've got a very good complement going. The batsmen have got runs, the bowlers have been getting wickets, and it hasn't looked better for RCB ever. I mean, in the past they've had AP de Villiers and Chris Gayle and Virat Kohli in the same 11, so to speak, and yet unable to win because they didn't have the right composition. The balance was just not there. They seem to have it all this season, so they will fancy their chances. In fact, on paper, I think that they are a nudge ahead of Punjab because of the couple of spinners that they've got and fast bowlers in form.
Sabha, what do you think it does to a player when you've been chasing something for too long and it doesn't happen to you? In fact, last year when the women won the WPL from RCB, it became a massive joke that, the women have done what the men couldn't for 17 years. And Virat said that, this is a dream of mine. He's not shied away from saying that, yes, he wants that trophy, isn't it? But what do you think is making Virat so keen for an IPL trophy? He's achieved everything else. It's okay if he doesn't win this one. And secondly, what could it do to his psyche?
Well, you know what? I was there last season when the RCB women's side, they won the tournament, and there was massive joy in the RCB dugout. And everybody felt that they should kind of inspire the men's team also to do well. So they have followed that kind of a discourse. They've done very well this season around. So I think for Virat Kohli, I think the biggest challenge for him is to remain in the present. He has seen so many upheavals in his career with RCB, as Ayaz rightly pointed out. They've had some superstars in the side, but unfortunately, they've not been able to win any title. So this time around, I think I'm sure Virat would be hoping that things go down well for his side, including himself. He's able to put up a match-winning performance. But more importantly, there are certain basics on which they have to focus. And if you recall the previous game, even yesterday's encounter for that matter, that spill catch of Trent Bolt that cost MI dearly. Before that, when MI won or when RCB won, I think Punjab Kings fielding was not up to the mark. So there are certain basic factors that also helps you to emerge as winners. So I'm sure that Virat and company, along with the coaching staff, will be trying to instill in all the players that you need to focus, work on your basics, have a very common sense kind of an approach, and you can win this encounter. It's going to be tough for them. As I said, Virat Kohli, I'm sure he would be preparing very well. But I think at this stage, Virat has gone through so much. He's got loads of experience. As I said, I think the right thing for him is to just remain calm and go out and do his job for his side.
Yeah. Important for him to stay very loose, isn't it, as they say, before a big match like this, because if you get tensed up, then you cannot do what your body knows it can do. But I do, I don't want to be jinxing anything for RCB. Their fans will hate me. But
you have done it already, Shivani.
Have I done it already? I don't want to. Maybe I don't want Delhi to be left behind when it comes to a team with no title. But anyways, the match that comes to my mind is also the World Cup final, played at this very venue. RCB in this IPL has won all of its away games, so their form is not under question. India had won all of its league matches, and we all know what happened in the big final. So, all scripts go out of the window. But what is that one thing, Sabha, that you think the RCB has to be very careful about if they really have to cross the final hurdle this time?
I think all those teams who have done well this season, especially these two right at the top now, they have always been able to adapt to different conditions. I think that is so unique about this tournament, Shivani, that although it is played in India, but I think all the teams travel to different parts of the country and they have to face very challenging conditions. So I think teams or batters especially who have been able to adapt to these conditions have always come out on top. And we have seen that even in the qualifiers. Look what happened to Punjab Kings against RCB in the first qualifier one. They had a brain fade movement. Even Shreyas Iyer, who's in such a prolific form, he played a rash shot. So I think that is very important in the finals. That one, you can be slightly circumspect, give some more time to understand the condition, adapt to the conditions, and then go about to do their job. And I think so I feel in the finals, adaptability will be the key for both the teams.
Okay. We'll look forward to this match. I've run out of time, but I do look forward to having our guests with us tomorrow as well as we build up to that big match on June 3. 18 years and the first title for at least one of these teams and players. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Plain Speak. Thanks a lot for watching. The Right Stand is coming up.